Hey, well, good evening, everyone. It's Lisa Jimenez here. Welcome to our Life Shots Opportunity webinar. We get to have a live webinar with you, so we want to welcome all of our guests and our brand reps this evening. We're going to have Richard Bliss Brooke, our CVO, share in just a few minutes, but I get to kick it off this evening and share a little bit about my story. So I was in my 20s, you guys, when I was an elementary school teacher. And on a Sunday afternoon after church, I walk into a grocery store. And as I'm walking up to the grocery store, I see a pink Cadillac. And out of this pink Cadillac comes a most beautiful professional woman. And over the bananas and the avocados and the fruits and vegetables, she struck up a conversation with me. We became friends. She came over to my house 2 days later. She gave me a facial. 2 days after that, I was a bona fide consultant with Mary Kay International. That was quite some time ago, you guys. So I built with Mary Kay as a car driving director and built an organization for about 7 years. And then was asked by many other network marketing companies to come coach and train and speak for their companies. And so I retired my position with Mary Kay International. I don't even know if you can do that today, but I did that 20 years ago, 19 years ago. And for another 17 years, I was and still am a professional speaker and an author and a business coach. And then it was 2010. The phone rang, and it was Richard Brooke. And he shared with me a vision of a new company that he was launching. We didn't even have a name back then. He didn't even have a name, but he shared the vision of what he wanted to create as a new way of building in network marketing based on what we call value-based prospecting, really honoring our friends, our candidates, our prospects. And he shared this vision with me and asked me if I was open to take a look. And I said no. I said no, thank you. And I said, Richard, I'm so honored that you asked me to launch this with you, but it's just not on my radar. I don't see where I could fit this in. I was writing my next book and I was touring all over the world internationally. And so he did something really, really smart. He honored my no. He honored my no. And then he did something else really, really smart. He said, Lisa, can I keep you on my list? And I'll call you back sometime. And I said, sure, keep me on your list and call me back sometime. So the third smart thing he did is, what do you think? He called me back sometime. Yeah, about 3 weeks later, he circled back around and called me and said, hey, Lisa, has anything changed? And I shared with him that, no, not really. Anything has changed. I was more focused than ever to launch my second book. I have written 2 best-selling books, so I was touring and speaking. And he asked me if he could keep me on his list and circle back around. And this time, he asked if he could ship out the product. He wanted me to try this product. Again, we didn't have a name back then. And you guys, the packaging was just a white package. It wasn't this very clear, beautiful Life Shots package. But he sent me out a 10-pack. Same formula as 2010. Yes, improvements, but same B12, D3, antioxidants, same nutritional value. And so I took a Life Shots on day 1. I took a Live Shots on day 2. I took a Live Shots on day 3. And on day 3, the phone rang. It was my publisher, and he was asking me for the next chapter of my book. And it was about 10 a.m., and he asked for this to be completed by 12 noon, 2 hours to write a chapter of a book. Well, I had a challenge back then, still do now, and it was kind of a secret. It was that I struggle with ADHD. Yeah, I struggle with adult ADHD. I've never taken any medication for it. I still don't. But this was a challenge for me. And I can remember when the phone rang and here the publisher asked me to write this chapter in 2 hours. Oh, I was so anxious, just full of anxiety. But then I sat down and I started writing. And the thoughts just flowed. And I wrote prolifically. And in 2 hours, I had completed the entire chapter. That was just 3 days of Life Shots. The same day, as fate would have it, Richard called me for the third follow-up call. And as soon as I saw his caller ID, I said this, Richard, what's in this stuff? And we chatted some more, and he asked me again, Lisa, do you want to launch with me? And I said, you know, Richard, I don't see how I could fit this into my life. However, I will tell everybody about this product, and I will be taking these vitamins every single day of my life, because I feel like I got my life back, you guys, with mental clarity, with a newfound sense of energy and an ability to focus. Wow, it's so important to be on your A game as a professional speaker. Well, as any profession, right? So I knew I'd be taking this product for the rest of my life and telling everybody about it. And at that time, Richard had invited me, along with 11 other professional speakers in our industry, to come on out to LA. He treated us all to the Grammys in a skybox, picked us up in a stretch Hummer limo, took us to the Grammys all night. We got to walk on the red carpet. All of us had our hair done and tuxedos on and beautiful gowns, and just had a rip-roaring fun time with Richard Bliss Brooke. And then the next morning, after the Grammys, he rented out a meeting room in a hotel. We sat around a boardroom table, and he asked us each one to go around the table and share with us what the impact that network marketing has had in our lives, and why are we speakers and trainers for this industry. And the stories, you guys, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. The stories were so profound, how this business model, network marketing, has completely and radically transformed those 12 or 13 people's lives. And just that he would lead the opportunity meeting with that kind of conversation, I knew right then, you guys, I just knew I'm partnering with this man. I don't know where I'm going to fit it in my life. I don't even know if I'm good at this, but I'm partnering with Richard Brooke. And so I said, yes. I signed my agreement. I purchased a launch kit just like every starter brand rep, and I began sharing. And about 3 years into it, you know, I didn't have a stellar start. You know, Richard talks about the 4-year career, and he's going to train on that a little bit in our opportunity webinar. I'm on more like the 7-year career. But you know what, you guys, in June of 2013, we went to the DSA convention, and I had a radical transformation in my Life Shots business. I was 3 years into it, but something occurred for me that specific time, June 2013, so that was only 2 years ago, that I said, you know what, I'm going to give this my full attention. And yes, alongside still speaking and writing books, I'm writing my 4th book right now, and coaching and holding mastermind retreats, but I gave more focused attention to building my Life Shots business. So I feel like I'm really in year 2. And in that time, I am on course. I've already created $1 million asset in my Life Shots business. And I am on course to creating a $40,000 a month income or more. So I'm more like on the 7-year plan, but you know what, you guys, 4 years, 7 years, it's gonna come and go anyway. So that's why you're here tonight. You're here as our guest to check us out, to see if Life Shots, Vibe, the business opportunity, the 4-year career, Richard Brooke and the leadership that he has attracted, if it's for you. So thank you for being here. And now I'd like to open up this opportunity webinar by introducing Richard Bliss Brooke. As I shared with you, I've known with him for over 17 years. He was on the ethics committee, you guys, for the Direct Selling Association. That means a lot. He's a prolific speaker as well. He is and was the CEO of a well-known network marketing company called OxyFresh. He has been the CEO for over 32 years. He's the best-selling author, as I said, of the 4-year career, and also Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire. Phenomenal book. I just reread that about 2 weeks ago, you guys. So it's probably like the 20th time. And just an incredible human being who really has a heart and a vision and a business plan to radically transform our network marketing industry. So let me introduce to you our CBO and my dear friend, Richard Bliss Brooke. Hi, Richard.
Hey, thank you, Lisa. That's beautiful. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Happy to be here. Hi, all of you that just got home from Denver. I trust everybody got home safely and you got caught up a little bit. Boy, did we have a good time in Denver. Learned a lot, had a lot of fun, and now everybody's back home, ready to work and build their empire. So let me start off tonight by telling you very briefly my story. I got involved in network marketing 38 years ago at the age of 22. Makes me 60 next week. And at the time I got involved, I worked at a chicken factory called Foster Farms in Livingston, California. I barely got out of high school, no college education. Not that I'm against college, I'm all for it. Just wasn't in the cards for me. I didn't like memorizing answers to tests and taking the tests, and I didn't like much of anything that they were teaching in high school. So, you know, if that's your school path in Merced, California, where I grew up, what you're going to end up doing is working on one of the ranches or the farms or one of the local food processing factories. So I ended up at Foster Farms. And, you know, when people don't know any better, you know, people tend to make do with what they have. And if you're inclined to be a happy person, which I was, you're inclined to look at your circumstances and figure out how to be happy with them. And so I was actually quite contented at Foster Farms. I planned on being there for another 36 years. In fact, if I hadn't got involved in network marketing, I would have been retired by now after a 40-year career at Foster Farms. But just through a random event, a circumstance, I got introduced to and open to taking a look at network marketing. And that random event was that Foster Farms passed a policy that said you couldn't advance any further in management than I had already advanced without a 4-year college degree. And I didn't have any college at all. But I really had my sights set on advancing up through the management structure of Foster Farms. Had somebody approached me with network marketing prior to that policy coming down, I know I would not have even have looked. I wouldn't have been interested at all. I didn't like sales, didn't like salespeople. I was not a people person. I was more of a processes type of person, an extreme introvert. But then this policy came down, and a friend of mine, actually a high school buddy, same guy that got me a job at the chicken plant, he got involved in network marketing, and he started calling me, and you know, I was thinking, well, now what am I going to do? I'm not going to stay here and cut chickens for the next 36 years. So I was open. And so I went and looked, and, you know, he drew out the circles in that particular company. Instead of 4 who get 4 who get 4, which we do in Life Shots, the 4-year career, he was showing me a model of 5 who get 5, which is the basic same concept. And it was very foreign to me. I didn't understand the math at all. Compounding didn't make any sense to me. And but here's what intrigued me about network marketing. It was, I got around some of the people that were involved in the company. I went to some events before I signed up. And it was the first time I'd ever been around a group of people that asked me very authentically and naturally, you know, what did I want to do with my life? You know, where did I want to live? What kind of car did I want to drive? What did I want my family to look like? You know, where did I want to travel? What was fun for me? It's the first time anybody had ever been interested in me. And on top of being interested, you know, who they were and what they were all about was whatever it is you want, we'll show you how to get it. And in addition to nobody ever really being interested in me, nobody ever sat me down and say, what do you want in life? Let me show you how to get it. Not my parents, not anybody at school, not anybody. So I was interested in the sort of the culture of what these people were doing, but I wasn't interested in the process of recruiting and selling and promoting a product and going to meetings and all that kind of stuff. But I guess the power of somebody being interested in me, in my life mattering to somebody, was a strong enough pull that I got involved. And the first couple of years, perhaps like Lisa, were a struggle for me. I just didn't get it. But I stayed after it. I didn't quit. I kept learning. I kept practicing. And then I finally figured it out. And that's a conversation for a different webinar or a different training class. I finally figured it out. I finally started doing some of the things I was telling everybody else to do, and having some integrity in my learning processes. And then I broke through. And I broke through at about the age of 24. By the time I was 28, I had 30,000 people in my network, and I was earning $40,000 a month. And that was in 1983. I don't know how much money that would be today, but a lot. And so, you know, I went on from there to run a company for 30 years, and 5 years ago, a group of us that still run the company OxyFresh got together, and we developed this product, Life Shots, which is really an extraordinary product, and it deserved its own company. So that's when we launched this company. And the first couple of years, you know, to give some grace to Lisa, she said she got a slow start. Well, so did we. We didn't even have a name for the company or the product for the first 9 months or a year, and the first few renditions of the product didn't taste very good at all. And so we've been constantly improving what we're doing, and things are starting to work really well for all of the leaders that are involved in Life Shots right now. So let me tell you a little bit about the vision of our company, what we're all about, and see if it's a fit for you, if it resonates with you, if it's something that you can see yourself getting excited about and representing. First thing I want to talk about is our vision around fitness and health and longevity and vitality. So as you can tell from our products, we're all about health and fitness and living as long as you can, the highest quality life that you can. But we go about it a little differently than a lot of people do. And the different way we go about it is that instead of telling people what they should do around, you know, you should work out and you should, you know, diet all the time, and, you know, you should have discipline and you should have commitment and that kind of approach, which we're not saying that doesn't work. It does work at times, but we have a way that we feel works a great deal better. And that's called profound education. And profound education is as simple as this. We teach people, provide people, a lot of times through food documentaries and corporate farming documentaries and, you know, body physiology documentaries. We provide people with what we call profound education, which is really a deep dive on a particular subject about food and physiology, such that when you as a participant go along for that educational ride, you learn what it is the documentary or the training that we're providing you learns. It has such a profound effect on your awareness and your value system that you automatically start doing things differently. You automatically make different choices, and those might be different choices about how much water you drink and what kind of water you drink, and, you know, whether you eat organic food whenever you can, or you just don't even pay attention to organic and you just eat food that's, you know, laced with antibiotics and pesticides, and you know, you just make different choices. And so it's a natural motivational trend. It's not like an edict where, you know, you're doing anything perfectly. You just tend to have a higher level of awareness and you make different choices. So you might make sure you're better hydrated. You might eat different food. You might eat less food just because you're highly aware, and you might be more active. And the result of all of this is that you get sick less and you're more fit and you're in a better mood and you think better and you perform better and you probably live longer. And yes, our products are a part of that because they're very high quality products, but it's a whole package. It's not just the products, it's your awareness about food and physiology. That's the first part of our vision. The second part of our vision is what Lisa talked about in the 4-year career. And that's basically, we teach people how to have a 4-year career versus a 40-year career. Or if they love their 40-year career, to have a 4-year career on top of it, so that the 40-year career, you don't have to tolerate the level of linear income that you might be getting from a job where you only get paid when you show up. Maybe you love the job, but it just doesn't provide financial freedom or financial security. So we teach a model based on the book, The 4-Year Career, which teaches you how to hypothetically build a network of consumers that love Life Shots products and subscribe to our profound education, a network of consumers that pay you a residual income for life. And you can build that network up to the point where your income is residual in as little as a couple of years. And sometimes it may take 7, as in Lisa's case, and you can earn, you know, $1,000 a month, a couple $1,000s a month, or if you're super serious and passionate about what we're doing, you can earn a great deal more. And we're very passionate about people developing a life of freedom and abundance, if that's something they want to do. And the last piece of our vision comes kind of from my personal experience in network marketing. I've been full-time in network marketing for 38 years. This is an incredible profession from a business model standpoint, from a wealth building, personal development standpoint. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of great people. You learn a lot of fabulous things. And if there's one downside to our profession, it's the way the public sees our profession. So if you're going to be successful as a network marketer, you're going to have to be more motivated to build your business than you are concerned about what other people think. And of course, we are of the opinion that that reputation in network marketing is mostly well-earned by 60 years worth of hype and deception and a lack of transparency and greed and highly money-motivated people that are just using other people to make the money. So our philosophy and our culture in Life Shots is totally different than that. We are the anti-network marketers, if you will. We do things in such a way that honor everyone, including the people who say, no, this doesn't sound like it's for me, I'm not interested. We don't make those people wrong. We don't argue with them. We don't push harder. We actually accept their no and honor them and maintain the relationship as more important than them getting involved in our business. That's the three components of the Life Shots vision. Let me tell you about some of the people that you haven't met so far. You've already met Kimmy. I'm going to drop down and tell you about Melissa Gobranson. She's our VP of Marketing. She's been with us for 16.5 years, including the parent company of Life Shots, OxyFresh. She's run the IT department. She runs currently customer service and marketing. She's a speaker. She's a trainer. She's just an incredible leader and bedrock co-owner of Life Shots. Next, we have Stacy Hawley. Stacy's only been with us a year, but she brings a vast amount of experience in leadership in corporate America. She's our Chief Operations Officer, a beautiful lady, passionate about high quality service. She runs things like IT now, legal, human resources, infrastructure, shareholder relations, those sort of things. Tom Lunenberg's been with us 17.5 years. He's the Vice President of Product Development and Logistics. He manages all of our new product development and all of our manufacturing and distribution. To the far right is Dr. Todd Slapler. He works with Tom Lunenberg closely on all product development so that we maintain our product philosophy of bringing you the absolute best products possible. And last up in the far right is Kimmy Brook, my beautiful bride, who is with her daughter tonight in Boulder, Colorado, getting daughter-oriented for college. Kimmy is a 5-year veteran of network marketing. She built her own group in 4 years of 20,000 people in a different company. And just recently, she joined Life Shots. And just even more recently, she and I got married. So that's the corporate team at Life Shots. And let me tell you just a little bit of some foundational things that lead up to what we're doing. These are our believe it or not things. So pesticides can be found in many GMO food products, and GMO food products make up over 70% of what's on the supermarket shelves. Now, one of the things that we'll teach you through our process by you understanding more of what we're doing through our profound education is you'll learn what impact pesticides and antibiotics, which are dominant in our food supply, what impact that has on the human body. Those ingredients tend to build up in fat cells in the human body, which make the fat cells really hard to burn off. The more toxic our fat cells are, the harder they are to burn off, and so it's harder to lose weight. So one of the secrets to weight loss is eat clean food. Move away from GMO, move away from antibiotics, move away from pesticides. That leads everybody to organic. So we're big on organic. Now, we're also big on mega nutrition because the minimum RDA, recommended daily allowances that the government provides us as what kind of nutrients we need, were developed decades ago when the soil of our farmland in this country was rich with nutrients. But for the last 50 or 60 years, we've been corporate over farming our farmland, stripping it of its nutrients. So today, if you buy an apple or a thing of broccoli, you're getting maybe 30, 40, 50%, maybe even less of the nutrients that our parents and grandparents got from the same farmland, from the same crops. So the minimum RDAs that the government recommends, those are not for maximum performance. Those aren't so you and I can plow through a hectic, chaotic day with maybe 3 kids and 2 jobs, and where we got to stay mentally focused, or maybe we're an athletic competitor and we got a lot going on in our life and we need to be at 100%. The minimum RDAs, 100% of the minimum RDAs, were established just to keep human beings from getting things like scurvy. They're just minimum standards to keep you from getting some kind of disease. They're not designed for optimal performance. Our products are designed for optimal performance. And of course, most people know that medications, pharmaceuticals, they rule the world today. Just look at the advertisements. It's insane. It's crazy. So part of our philosophy is, let's get healthy. Let's move off the drugs, and let's make food our medicine. So here's our products. We got Life Shots and Vibe. They're super clean product. Vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, caffeine-free, preservative-free, artificial color-free, artificial flavor-free. We'll start with Life Shots. Here's what it does. You probably will get better sleep. After about 30 days, you'll notice your skin has cleared up. You'll be in a better mood probably in 7 to 10 days. 3 to 4 days, you'll have better mental focus, and you're going to have better energy and endurance and stamina. And this isn't energy that comes from a stimulant, so it's not like a Red Bull. It's not like sugar. This is energy that comes from massive amounts of B vitamins that provide your body with what it needs to produce normal energy and stamina. These products are NSF certified and BSCG certified. What does that mean? The National Sanitation Foundation, very strict standards. They test all of the products that they give their seal to. And basically what they're certifying is the only thing that's in this product, even in trace amounts, is exactly what's on the label in exactly the amount on the label. There isn't a trace of anything else in that product, nor are the amounts that are on the label misrepresentative, because there's only like maybe 70 or 80% of what's actually in the product versus what's on the label. If you have NSF certification, your product is tested to have exactly what's in there in the amounts you have listed on the label and not a trace of anything else. And what goes along with that is BSCG, which means that the products are certified drug-free, which means that any athlete that has any kind of issue with what they might be taking that goes through any kind of drug process, these products are certified to be absolutely clean. LS Vibe, loaded with greens, 100% slow digesting pea protein, Zychrome to help maintain insulin levels. This is a full meal replacement. This isn't a protein shake per se. This is a full meal replacement. Everything that you need to replace a meal. Fast workout recovery. It tastes absolutely fantastic just in Cole's water and can fuel you up to 5 hours. Now, if you're working out, if you're an athlete, that 5 hours might go down to 2 hours. But this is a fantastic meal replacement. I mean, it's only 200 calories. You could drink 4 or 5 of these a day and get maximum nutrition and low calories and tons of fuel. If you take a shake and a shot a day, that's our program. It's only $6.16 versus $8.75 if you go to Starbucks, $9.84 if you go to the sub shop, or it's even less than cooking a beautiful home cooked meal. And of course, we would recommend the home cooked meal over anything. So next, believe it or not, in terms of the financial opportunity, biggest economic threat, student loan debt. It is now a higher percentage of debt than even credit cards. Credit card debt is at new high. And retirement shortages. 68% affirm that savings for retirement is harder than I anticipated. So the market for an income opportunity is huge. And how do we go about that? Well, like I said earlier, we go about it with the 4-year career versus the 40-year career. And that is simply using residual income instead of linear income. Residual income and compounding income is when you get paid even if you're not personally working, and you get paid from a geometric growth. Think rabbits, think lily pads. That's how distributors and customers grow in your network. So here's a little bit about how that works. You do it once, you get paid over and over again, just like a rental, just like if you wrote a song, it goes viral, just like Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube. The concept is a lot of people doing a little bit each, a shake and a shot a day. So let me skip forward here. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's how our concept of a 4-year career works. This is you. What are you doing? You're doing 3 things. You're using the product. That's a shake and a shot a day. You're recommending the product to other people as preferred customers. Those are people that are looking to feel better, perhaps lose weight, better mental focus, more stamina, sleep better. Basically, what you're doing is just listening to the people around you. And when they talk about problems that they have, you just say something as simple as, have you ever heard of Life Shots? And of course, they'll say no. And then all you do is tell them your story. That's the recommending process. Have you ever heard of Life Shots? Tell them your story. We don't close people. We don't pitch people. We don't high pressure people. If it sounds like something that they might want to try, then you can show them how to get connected with the product. The third thing that you do as a Life Shots brand rep is you introduce the entire concept, including the opportunity, to other people. And what you're looking for those other people to do is the same thing you're doing. Use the product, recommend the product to other people, and invite other people to look at the entire program. So let's say you just go about doing that. You're recommending the product, you're picking up a few customers, you're introducing people to the whole concept. And I'd say, well, how do I introduce people to the whole concept? You just have them come to the webinar here on Tuesday night. Or we have a flip chart that you can just show them either online through a video, or you can sit down and show it to them at Starbucks. However you want to do it, there's lots of ways. Let's say you get 4 people who are also doing what you're doing. That's using the product, recommending the product, and inviting other people to do the same thing you're doing. So that's you getting 4 people. So then what happens? Well, if these 4 people are doing exactly what you're doing, using, recommending, and inviting other people, then eventually what could happen? Now, this is a perfect matrix. It doesn't ever happen this way, but I just want you to think rabbits and lily pads. This is how it tends to happen. If these 4 people are using the product and recommending the product and inviting other people to look, then eventually each of them might get 4 people to use the product, recommend the product, and invite people to take a look. That adds 16 people to your second generation of your business for a total of 20 people in your business. Just think retail outlets, think websites. This is like you having 20 retail outlets or 20 websites that are making you money, perhaps 24/7. And then it goes out a third generation. So with these 16 people on your second level are using, recommending, and inviting, eventually they could each get 4, giving you 64 people on your third generation for a total of 84 people. Now that can go out as the years progress into the hundreds. Might take you 2 or 3 years to get 256 people on your 4th level, but it is possible. That never would happen exactly the way these numbers are showed. We're showing you a concept, not an actual projection of what you will do. But when you get 256 people on your 4th level, that's a total of 340 people in your business doing a shake and a shot a day. And of course, it can go beyond that. So you remember me telling you my story. You remember me, Lisa, telling you her story. You remember me telling you Kimmy's story. These are 3 stories of people that built huge organizations in network marketing because we provided leadership and passion and coaching to those small organizations. We kind of blew on the flames, and those things took off and turned into big organizations, big networks. It's possible for you. So next, just you and 4 people. Using the products, recommending the products, and inviting people to take a look. So here's your options for getting involved. We're not suggesting that you're ready to make a decision tonight. We're just giving you options to think about. If any of these resonate with you, if you absolutely loved my presentation and you're thinking, my gosh, he's the best presenter of network marketing I've ever imagined in my life, and you're all excited about getting involved at some point in our business, go right ahead. And it's okay if you think about it. So option number 1 is a preferred customer. Here's how our preferred customer program works. If you'll agree to take the products as an auto ship, something you can cancel at any time with an email or a phone call, no hassle. But if you agree to an auto ship of any amount of product, could even be just 1 box of product, you get to buy it at wholesale. So as a preferred customer, you get to look great and feel great. Option 2 is to become a brand rep. You become a brand promoter and you share LifeShots with other people. Just recommend them like we talked about. When you get 3 other brand reps who are also on the same level of consumption that you are for, let's say, $100 a month worth of product, and they're each doing $100 a month worth of product, your product is free. Nothing better than free. Option 3 is wealth building. How much extra money would make a difference to you to excite you enough to get involved in a business? Maybe it's $1,000 a month, maybe it's $2,000 a month, maybe it's a great deal more. If you want to build a network, then you're going to want to get involved with the wealth building program. So you got 1, 2, and 3, preferred customer, a brand promoter, or a wealth builder. Totally up to you. You get savings as a preferred customer. You never run out of product by being on auto ship. And you're going to love these products. Number 2, get your product for free. Start making a few $100s a month. And number 3, wealth builder, you're going to get a launch kit. You got these beautiful green boxes of product. That's a 5-day of each of our products. And you either sell or give those intro packs to your prospects, get people hooked on the products, and then let them go from there. So that's our program, ladies and gentlemen. We got an extraordinary opportunity for any of you to either get healthier on beautiful, clean, high-end products. You can get them for free just by recommending them to a few people. You can make $400 or $500 a month without a lot of effort. You can make a few $1,000s a month with some moderate effort over 4 or 5, 6 months of time. And you can make a great deal more than that if you're looking for a new business. I'm clicking through some of these slides about some of our cool automated systems. Here's the launch kit. It's only $875. You get $1,600 worth of stuff with that launch kit. And you could earn over $1,200 just by getting 3 people involved. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our webinar tonight. We went a few minutes over, but we appreciate you taking a look at our opportunity, taking a look at our products. Get with the person that invited you to this webinar to get all of your questions answered. Make the decision when you're ready to make it. And if you get involved, I look forward to meeting you at one of our upcoming events. Thank you very much for joining us, and good night.